Tyler's butt, when you climax,
Oh god.
Oh.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's do it right now.
What? Let's do it right now. When I was getting a physical to play football, I think
I've never been fondled.
the RN, which obviously they check you for a hernia. And before she did, she's like, "Everything okay with your balls?" And I was like, which I think she said because it was a 14-year-old kid, but
Well, see, here's the thing. I've always heard stories about that. Why is that so funny? It's the truth. They're checking for testicular cancer.
It's so funny.
no. She wasn't doing that. She was checking me for a hernia.
Well, they're checking you for both.
Well, probably.
'Cause they're looking for
because,
lumps, right?
No, because
They're like all.
you can't. When they check for a hernia, they just
Don't they grab it? Or?
no. Have
See,
you?
I've never
I
had it
told
done.
you. Garfield and Friends from Pickle
Aw.
Fanboys.
Now, which one?
The second one, not the
Yes.
first one.
This one.
Times a hit.
Yeah, they hate that one.
one.
There were two
There's
actual
two-
songs.
It's two of
Oh,
them.
The
well,
second
that's what they.
one,
That's he sent me a picture.
Ready,
Ready
Ready.
two,
to
party!
We're ready
to party.
We're
ready. Dun, dun,
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
dun, dun.
Come on down to Garfield and Friends. Come on in. It's time to party with Garfield,
Garfield
and
and
Friends. And then I think there's another
I
verse.
love how we all know that one.
I think there's another verse.
There
in it.
is. There's a little bit more to it. I have a list of movie titles that were almost called something else. Star Wars Episode 6 was almost called Revenge of the Jedi. We know this, right? I
Yep.
mean, we're nerds. Alex might not have known that.
I was like, what are you talking about? It's not Revenge of the Jedi.
No,
it's
no.
Return. I was like, bitch, you ain't no nerd.
Head cheese.
Head cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Alex?
I have no idea.
Yep.
Yeah!
Why,
Nice.
Why head cheese?
Because I remember there's in the Texas Chainsaw, the remake in '01, they go into that rest stop
Mm-hmm.
and there's a pig's head
Yep.
in the display case, and head cheese is a boiled. You boil
How
a
did you
pig's
make
head.
that freaking connection, Brett?
That is a photographic memory. at
Oh
work.
my god.
What is the McGangbang?
McDonald's McGangbang. Simply order a McDouble and a McChicken. The McChicken sandwich is placed directly inside the juicy McDouble, buns and all. So if a normal McDouble doesn't quite fill you up, take the chance by combining a McChicken McDouble from McDonald's secret menu.
So then, do you just order the two different pieces, or do you?
You
Order
say,
a
I want the surf
McGangbang?
and turf, and they'll give you the two.
And they'll give you the two and you put it together. I'm not into the fish thing, but I think I would do the McGangbang.
Yeah.
That does not sound right at all. You know what, honey? Let's try a McGangbang.
Are you bringing that to the table, Alex? Are we
We
having
can
this
set it on
discussion?
the table and do it right here on the podcast. Try a McGangbang on the podcast.
Wow. Wow.
So Die Hard started a trend.
I hate Speed 2.
Why?
That's pretty
It's
bad.
horrible.
It's kind of like, it's more of a watch it because it's laughably bad.
Yes.
There are a few parts that I thought Sandra Bullock was pretty funny.
She's a great actress, but she sucks in that movie.
She cuts open the door with the chainsaw and then she's like revving it. Can you guys get out?
If you back up with the saw,
What? If you back up with the saw!
we'll give it a try.
It's so bad.
It is very bad writing. It is
Oh,
very bad.
Bad.
But I always thought of it as more of an action type than a funny movie, and it turns out this, like, as an adult watching it, it's a terrible
It's
film.
horrible.
That was a great
That's great.
quote of by
Yeah.
John. I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot!
I
You
thought that
okay?
You were gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give
horse?
me time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't
Do it.
move.
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there. Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
You're doing some friggin' Christmas trivia.
Welcome to the PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Josh.
Alex.
Oh my gosh.
Hi.
Sorry. Yeah, I didn't know I hit the button. I thought I hit a different button. Whoopsies.
I was like,
That's
we're-
okay.
We're live.
Yeah, we are live. It's all right. It's not a big deal.
Josh,
What?
we're live.
Hey, we're live. I mean, I hit the button right as soon as it was time to anyway.
I know. I was
But-
like, oh, that was quick.
It wasn't supposed to be that soon. Oh, yeah. I was running around the house. I'm not going to wear that. It's too warm. God, this
Are
freaking
you going to
heat.
do the intro?
Oh, my name is Josh.
Welcome back to
I did. I did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, you were
Did you
too
say the
busy
episode?
laughing at me. Yeah, it's episode 343. As soon as you do your name. What's your name?
Alex?
Welcome to the PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Josh.
I'm Alex.
Alex messed up the intro. I was doing just fine.
Oh, goodness.
She just obviously is an amateur at what we do.
I've never done a podcast
You've never been on a
before in my
podcast
life.
before.
This is my
After
first time.
7 years, you've never been on a show. Yeah. So, episode 343. This is Halo, the Halo episode.
Halo Day.
Kind of wanted to talk about that, kind of bring that into light here as far as like we made it to 343. I know that's kind of why I put the thing in the middle there for us today, because it is the episode 343, and we can talk about 343 Studios and how they've actually ruined Halo. So,
Go Bungie.
yeah, we miss Bungie.
I miss Bungie.
Yeah, but they're doing stuff with Destiny now, and I don't know what they're gonna do for the next phase of games. Like, I know they're planning on doing another Destiny, but I don't know what they're doing. I really don't. They've been doing expansions on 2 for a while now, but we still have yet to officially go
I
back
know.
to it.
We really need to set a schedule for Destiny.
We got to
play.
get through Dead Island 2, and then we can go to
Okay.
Destiny.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah, we're almost done.
Yeah.
We just haven't gone back to it because of all the trips and sickness that's been going around for everybody.
Mhm.
Patrick is sick right now, but he's in chat. We appreciate everybody who's joining us live on YouTube, which we are live, guys. Me and Alex are still doing the show here after Brett's doing his hiatus. So, which we saw him yesterday, and we hung out with him
We
for a
actually
couple
hung
of
out
hours.
for a couple hours, him and his girlfriend Ashley, and they
Tell
talked
us on the
about their Disneyland or Disney World trip. What?
There's a hairball behind the shelf. Do you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
do.
nasty.
It's pretty gross. Luckily, it's not on camera.
It's not. I chose the right angle this time.
I know. I know. They talked about their Disney World trip and
Yeah.
just everything that they got to do, and I think it sounded like a lot of fun.
Yeah, but I mean, they were talking like, oh, they got a few like memorabilia items, like the lightsabers.
And they got 4
and
lightsabers.
Jesus, I hope they had
I'm
a
surprised
gift
that
card.
they didn't
'Cause
bring them
dude,
over.
lightsabers are expensive.
I was really hoping that they'd at least bring one over for us to like go.
Or maybe they were just saving up for this trip, and now they're like, the repercussions are like, we can have a happy meal once a day. It's cheaper to go out to eat now than it is to get groceries, almost for you and me anyway. I mean,
For
we're
the
on
types
that
of-
level.
for the types of meals that we eat. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, we get deals wherever we go out anyway. If we get like fast food stars, Chick-fil-A,
Yeah, it's
or
pretty darn
McDonald's,
close as far as like buying groceries versus going out and getting something.
Chick-fil-A is no longer a splurge.
No.
It's become a common thing
Yeah.
because it's not that expensive anymore. It's more like, oh, this meal's going to be $15, $18 for you and me. That's fine. That's whatever. It's about how much it's normally going to be for going out and getting groceries for the same items. You know,
Yeah.
it's stupid.
Unfortunately.
But I do want to go back into our Halo chat. What is your favorite Halo game?
I really enjoyed Reach.
3 got you into Halo and me into Halo, and we were hardcore into 3 forever.
Well, I was talking about like storyline. Like if you're talking campaign or you're talking multiplayer.
I'm talking your favorite. Oh, that'd be Reach, right? Reach was the total package.
I mean, yeah, I'd say Reach.
Mhm.
Reach was, yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, the total package. Well, I mean, okay, so I really
Three was a pretty big package altogether. Like that was a pretty all in all. Like you had Forge, you had the multiplayer, you had the campaign, and
I'd say my favorite, most
Custom.
addicting one to play as far as like multiplayer was 4 though.
4 was pretty fantastic.
4 was
Yeah.
I loved everything about 4's multiplayer. The story was good too. I really enjoyed the
Yeah,
story.
story's fine on 4.
But I thought
4
Reach...
actually, I think I like that's one of my most emotional campaigns.
Yes.
Is 4.
Actually,
so.
you know what? I might change my answer. Actually, I might say Halo 4.
I gotta
Halo
stay with
4.
Reach because of the moments we had on Hemorrhage playing Rocket Hog.
Oh, that's true.
That never. That
Snickers is trying to.
yeah, they're both fighting over.
They're both trying to take this.
Wonder.
You don't have a pixel cam, do you?
I can actually. Give me a second. I can have one set up in like 2
That is
seconds here.
hilarious. We've got a pet bed set up for technically pixel, and of course, like you're going and getting things set up, you're just gonna have to point it over here. Over off to my right, and we set it up for Pixel, our little dog, to lay down while we're doing the podcast, which he was doing peacefully until our cat Snickers came up and got him out of that spot. And then he's wandering around going, "Dad, help, she took my spot."
Hold on.
Pixel, come here. Go. There you go.
Do
Go lay
do I
down.
have
Go
that?
lay down.
Hold on.
There you go.
Let me see if I can get it on the. Let's do plus.
And Josh is trying to do this live here.
Yeah, don't mind me.
Are you just like adding the camera?
I am. I'm gonna make it small.
I mean, you're not going to be able to see him because it's dark.
I will edit that. Don't worry.
Okay.
It'll take me 2 seconds.
We've got Patrick in chat that says Reach is the best.
It is definitely one of my.
I mean,
favorite.
I'd say my top 2. How about that? Halo 4 and Reach.
Right.
Oh, there you are. Pixel, come here. Go. Go. Go lay down.
There.
There you go. Lay down. There you go. Good boy. Oh, it looks like on the camera he's sitting right next to me, just like he is. Here, lay down.
Yeah. Anyway, so episode 343 needs to start off a little bit more as far as like I need to say what happened on this day. This is pretty big. Capcom was established on this day 44 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. Bringing such titles as Street Fighter, Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, Devil May Cry, Mega Man,
Big titles.
Dead Rising. Yeah. So they were established 44 years ago on this day. So that's pretty big. They are fighting over it.
You can actually see it on video now.
It's very entertaining. She's like, "Oh, you're not gonna take it? I'm gonna take it."
Does everybody in chat, live chat, see this happening right now? She said, "He left. It's my bed now." Oh, that's hilarious.
Appreciate the sums of laughter on this with the animals getting
they're fighting
over the bed. We did talk about our week. Is there really much to say?
Well, we had Memorial Day yesterday.
We did.
So how did you enjoy your 3-day weekend?
In memory of the fallen soldiers, I opened up a swimming pool. With your
we
family.
helped.
Going up, buddy?
You know, in a sense, we helped my grandmother with her house. How about that?
For the summer.
Yeah, for the summer. So we went over on Memorial Day, and actually, did we go? No, we went Sunday.
It was Sunday.
Yeah, technically Sunday. We went over to my
but that's
grandmother's
still
house.
The whole weekend. Like we had the pool opening, and then yesterday we went hiking.
Yes, for Memorial Day, Josh and I we unplugged for a couple hours.
And it was actually kind of like the coolest day of this week because right now we're like sitting in heat right now.
Well, it would have been worse if we were not covered by trees.
Oh, very much so. But the thing is,
I will say when we first started our hike, we went on a 3-mile hike.
Yeah.
Like on a
all in all was 3 miles?
Mm-hmm.
It felt longer.
No, my Fitbit tracked it. It was 3.1 miles.
Okay. That's awesome.
Which I'm pretty sure reading, if you do all of the trails, I think it's 5. And then if you do the main trails, it's 3.
Miss?
The side trails.
Oh, those don't.
Yeah, if you do the side trails, it
don't
adds
exist.
another couple.
No. Those are like, you don't even know if those are real kind of trails, you know? in my
Maybe.
opinion.
Yeah. But no, we did a 3-mile hike yesterday, and we did it in the heat of the day, too.
Oh, right around like 3-4 o'clock was
Mhm.
right when we got into the woods and we were hiking.
It was really
along.
nice.
Oh,
I was
my
actually
gosh, yeah.
surprised that it wasn't busy.
There were some bugs that were biting us towards the end of the hike. We're like, yeah.
Well, it's because we were sweating.
Oh yeah, my
The more you
gosh.
sweat, the more the bugs are gonna come at you.
I might have actually chafed on my nipple.
Yeah.
It hurts.
I'm glad that I changed pants before we went, because I originally was just like wearing jean shorts where my thighs were rubbing together, like my skin to skin.
You've
And I was
always
like,
had that issue.
I do. I have thick thighs.
Thick thighs.
It doesn't matter how like much of a popsicle I was when I was younger. Or popsicle, toothpick, whatever you want to call
A
it.
popsicle. Damn, you juicy.
So you know what I'm trying to say? I'm like, I was not a popsicle. I meant like saying I was really, really thin. Doesn't matter if I was 90 pounds. I still had thick thighs that rubbed together. That's just, I get it from my mama.
Anyway.
But yeah, so I was just like, I chafe very easily with between my thighs. So I have to wear like longer shorts. And I'm glad I changed into those, or else, yeah, I would be in pain today.
You would be in quite a lot, actually, and I'm actually
Well, and I
happy you
learned
did
from going to Cedar Point the last time.
Oh my gosh.
I wore jean shorts.
Yeah.
And I could barely walk to the car by the end of the day because my thighs were chafing so bad from all of the walking. And then it rained and it got wet and that made it worse. I just like, I was kind of walking like a freaking penguin to the car at the end of the night.
Yeah. I'll be honest. Like halfway through the hike, I was like, did Alex bring me out here to kill me? Because I swear I'm going to die out here.
Why would you
I was
that?
I was sweating for a hot minute, and then we drank water. And then I was like, oh, I'm all good now.
Why did you think I was going to kill you?
It's just a thought. It's just funny.
It's just funny.
There's this TikTok where these guys take snapshots of moments on their vacation. Just these two guys. Every single moment something's happening, they're just ha 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 ha. And then they cut. Then they do it again. Ha ha ha. They're skiing. Ha ha ha. They're at the base of the cliff. Ha ha ha. They're in the restaurant. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
It's just great. How you should cut every single moment in your vacation is you're having a good time.
We should do that
no
this
matter what.
weekend.
I think we should.
Yeah, we should.
It'd be kind of weird. People are going to look at us like, what are they
funny.
doing over there in that corner, in that
it'd
bar?
be
They're just
funny.
laughing at their phone.
So every time now we've made it like a thing where I get in the car, like I usually come home for lunch and I'll eat lunch and then I'll get in the car to leave to go back to work, and then Josh will look at me and be like, have a good rest of the day, and I'll look at him and I'll go yeah, funny stuff.
We don't jinx anything anymore. It's like
No.
we're just going to attempt to have a good time at work, right?
Yeah. Work is fun.
Work is fun. So open up the pool was great. I'm glad I wore my hat because I have been burning easily already.
I can't believe I got my shoulders burnt just from being out for a couple hours.
By the way, are you okay? Like you couldn't hold on to that brick. Like you couldn't. Is your back all right?
So on Saturday,
Didn't you get like?
I had to lift
Oh.
something that was literally dead weight.
Oh, I thought you
that
were gonna
was
mention another thing on
100
Saturday.
pounds.
Yeah.
And I had to lift it from outside on a stretcher in and all the way down to the opposite end of the hospital. And then when things were done, I had to pick it back up and take it to the other end of the hospital
I gotcha.
again.
Yeah.
So the next day is when we opened the pool, and
Yeah.
as soon as I went to go lift the 50-pound brick,
Mm-hmm.
my arms could do it, my core could do it, but as soon as I went to go straighten my back went, if you lift that, my back went, and I said, never mind, we're going to do, listen to our body, and we're going to roll this shit to where it needs to go instead of picking it straight up.
He's being a real jerk right now. He just
I know
pushed
he
my
is.
arm off my armrest.
I know, he's
like, I
stubborn.
want that. I want
I-
that spot. Did
I
you guys see that? That was a real jerk move.
Yeah. So no, I'm fine. I have strength, plenty of it. You can ask anybody at work. I've got plenty of strength. It was just I didn't feel like screwing up my back before vacation.
Oh, you did say you're gonna try to reserve yourself a little bit. I'm actually surprised that I'm like, I want to make sure we're doing yoga every day so I can keep the stretching going.
We did yoga on Sunday. We did the hike yesterday, and then we
Yeah.
can go and do another like
Some
yoga
kind of
flow
session.
tonight.
Yeah, I love it. I love doing yoga. That's really good. Just like we did one session of yoga, and my back pain went away the next morning immediately. That's all I needed to do was just stretch out.
Stretching and breathing,
Yeah.
and your wrists hurting.
Oh, that's the worst part for us is our wrists. But the
Mhm.
thing is, like, I've always had that issue as a kid too. Is either my wrists or my arms are always like tired when I'm doing like any push-ups or anything. So we got to get back into it though. We really do. Hot girl summer.
Yay!
Playing and watching. We played a few things. We played some Fortnite and got a win on Fortnite. That was finally after what?
I'm not saying we're doing bad. I'd say we're getting like top threes
I don't
quite
think-
a bit.
I don't think we're tightening up as a squad. We're a little loose at times, and then that's when we get ransacked.
I feel like sometimes we don't take it as serious.
We don't take it serious. No, we don't need to.
There's some nights I feel like we're like, let's do this, and then other matches we're like, let's just go and we're gonna talk and fuck around, and then oh shit, we're dead now.
I think Fortnite's one of those more casual times for us.
It
now.
is. It's not like it's not run and gun like
It's not
Call
like
of Duty and
Warzone
Halo,
and-
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
more going and gathering things. And oh no, we're getting shot.
I'm mainly on the fence about like going back to Fall Guys right now because you got bored in one night.
I've already told you. It's because you told me there was going to be all these new maps, and then I go
Yeah.
on and I play, and I got to play like one new map, and then
Right.
I was like, okay,
Yeah.
woohoo!
Tomorrow, actually for stream, which will be my only stream this week, all my friends like Brian, Patrick, they're gone. Briggs, probably not. I don't know if he'll be available. Rick is in Pennsylvania.
I know everybody's gone this week.
Yeah. Quentin and I can play some Rocket League or something. Maybe I can find a single player game or something to play if I feel like it.
Yeah.
Who knows? But geez, I just realized I was like, everybody's
Everybody's
gone. I'm gonna be on vacation myself, and so are you. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna be
Friday
driving
morning.
we're gonna be driving to Kansas to we were supposed to surprise Brig, but emotions got in the way.
Right.
Yeah. For watching, you and I finished Rick and Morty season 6.
Mhm.
What do you give this season? Like we usually don't really, we haven't numbered the seasons in a while. Like
Honestly, I give this one like a 9.
is it one of your favorites? I think this is
my
close to my
favorite
favorite.
is it 3?
3 is the one that took the longest to come out, but it was the most emotional season.
Yeah, it was the emotional season. Was
That
that
one
the
started with
Citadel
the-
at the end?
It started with that's 2. 3 started with
Or is that the wedding? Which one has the wedding at the
That's
end?
2 at the end of season 2 is the wedding. Season 3 started with him taking over, spoiler alert, the Citadel with Morty and Summer.
And then has 3 end.
3 ends with him dancing around and Morty's like all in like pain or whatever, and he's like, we're gonna do 50 more seasons of adventures.
Oh, that
and
one.
yeah.
So I'd
yeah.
probably say 2.
2 or 3 were my
I
favorite.
really like the wedding episode with
I'm
Bird
pretty certain that's
Person.
how it ended. If not, that's how season 4 ended. One of those 2. But 5 was pretty forgettable.
No, what? There's a season that ends with them searching for a new home, the planet, a new
That's the
planet.
end of season 2.
Okay, then
That's the
what,
whole episode.
okay, then that's
one whole episode is a big arc
Oh,
of
I guess
the
it is.
wedding
Yes,
to them
it
finding
is.
the planet
Yeah,
to
so
him
that's
getting arrested.
the season that I like the most is 2.
We watched that season a lot.
I know because I have it memorized now.
But I gotta
But no,
say, this
I
one was
really
good.
like this season. This is 6 now. Jeez.
Yeah, they brought back the vat of acid a little bit in one of the episodes. That was such a
Yes.
good ending.
It was.
Oh, so
Yeah.
good. But recommended. It's on Hulu and Max. Sorry, the name has happened,
It's not
guys.
HBO
it's no
anymore,
longer
it's
HBO.
Max.
It's just Max. What happened to HBO? It's no longer a thing. Everybody's getting rid of Netflix, though. Your sister got rid of it.
And I
which
love
means
how
we
like the
got
day
rid of
before
it.
you're like, I wonder if your sister's getting rid of Netflix. And then I didn't tell you, but like I got a text like a few hours later that said, "Can you make sure to tell Josh and Jake I got rid of Netflix?"
I wasn't even worried about it. I was
I don't
having
get to finish my show.
Dude, does it really?
I had like 4 episodes left.
You snoozed on it.
I know,
You
but I had
snooze,
4
you lose.
episodes left.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
watching. What
What's-
was I
what's the show?
watching?
Yeah, see, you don't even remember because you moved on to
Well, it's
Naked
not
and
90
Afraid.
Day Fiance. That's on
Hmm.
that's on Max.
Love Island.
Huh? Not Love Island. It's
Okay.
the other one. It's the other girly thing I watch. Love at First Sight. Married at First Sight. That's what it's called.
It's not the 90 Day Fiance.
No,
either.
it's called Married at
What
First
do you
Sight.
watch? What are all these reality shows? What happened to you? You know what started it? Jersey Shore. You
It
started
did.
Jersey Shore up just because you thought it would be like the dumbest thing to watch.
It is the
And
dumbest
it is the
thing.
dumbest thing to watch.
That's why I like watching it.
But I just showed you a TikTok of Snooki and JWoww like today, and you say they look really good now.
They look a
compared to-
lot better. They look like they're not getting drunk and stoned and on drugs and stuff all the time
Yeah,
anymore.
they're
It looks
being
like they have less
pretty
drama
smart.
in their life.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Snooki actually looks good. You
She
know?
actually
It's
looks
kinda weird.
healthy.
Right? She's like, that was an interesting TikTok. Anyways, but that started it for you. But I think before that was the Ashley Simpson show. That was your first reality.
Oh no, it wasn't.
Well, Survivor, if you really want to.
No, it wasn't.
Well, what was your first reality?
I did watch the first season of The Bachelor.
Was that before Survivor? I think Survivor was the first reality series.
I don't know. I know I watched the first season of The Bachelor, and the one before that I was really addicted to was called The Swan, I believe.
Okay.
And it was a reality show of I don't know if you call it reality or show or not, but it was where
It's one of those
these like
yeah, I
quote
know.
unquote ugly women or women that were not happy with their bodies
Mhm.
got like this huge transformation. They did not have like any mirrors in their apartment that they were stationed at, and they got everything from like their like head to toe redone in
God.
plastic surgery. So if they didn't like their boobs, they got a boob job. If they didn't like their belly, they got a tummy tuck. If they didn't like their
That was
chin,
the
they
thing.
got yeah.
I remember that. What was that one where
I'm
the
pretty
people
sure
try
it's
to be
called
the
The Swan.
celebrities as well, where people try to be celebrity lookalikes.
Oh, I don't know that one.
That one was on
But
MTV.
I'm almost positive that's what it was called. It's called The Swan, and it was in like the very early 2000s or late 90s.
God, I can't imagine.
And
that.
basically they went into a room naked, and a doctor. This would not hold up today. A doctor would take like
Oh,
this
the marker,
and
yeah.
you'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna fix that chin, that nose, those eyebrows, this underarm." we're
body
gonna-"
positivity.
Yeah,
at
it
its
was like
finest.
basically taking a marker and going, "This is wrong, and we're gonna fix it." And I
Right.
wonder what those women look like now. Probably not very good.
You know what? If you think about the technology levels of like plastic surgery then till now, like how it was a little more harsh on women and like not as kind and
I
not
have
as
to
advanced.
look this up. I have to know if it's called The Swan. But we watched.
I know
It
I know
is!
the Swan. Yeah, I know that one.
Yes, it's called The Swan.
Yeah.
It 2004.
Okay,
Had
so
two
you
seasons.
watched Survivor before that
Yes, I did.
because I know you were into
Images.
that before I met you. It was like
yeah,
the
they
show.
did, and then they
I guess
at
American
the very
Idol
end,
is a reality
yeah,
show.
at the
too.
very end they did these before and after photos of like this is what she looked like before. This is what we did to make her look beautiful.
That's like The Biggest Loser and all that too. I never watched an episode of that. I never. What the?
Yeah.
Wow, she looks crazy different.
yeah, and,
I
like,
can't
and they
say
were like
better. I
they
can't
were-
say worse.
they were
It's just different.
huge transformations.
Well, here's the thing. I've heard of people having like actual panic attacks after plastic surgery because they
because
just don't.
they don't get to. That was the one thing I remember is like they have to stay in like a an apartment or something. They don't get to see their friends or family through this whole process because they reveal it to their friends and family at the very end. But they also reveal themselves to themselves. Like it was like this gigantic mirror.
Did you see anybody really upset?
No, it was more like tears of shock.
Usually
and-
joy and shock
because
because
they're all makeuped up. They're in a really pretty like gorgeous
it's
dress.
glam.
And then how they win, from what I remember, was like the biggest transformation one or something, or the best transformation.
Well, that was the one that you
one.
showed me. Was one of those transformations. That was one of the winners.
And I don't remember how people vote, if you voted or how.
Probably the text to vote thing back then.
Maybe, I
that was
don't
the
know.
big thing. But anyways, let's move on from there. I watched a little bit of Moonfall. I say a little bit because I turned the stupid movie off. God, what is Hollywood budgeting these days? This movie's so stupid. I turned it off halfway through because the script is horrible. The graphics are bad. I mean, no one is carrying the film. It's Patrick Wilson and Halle Berry being astronauts. It's not believable at all. It's trash.
What do you think it was gonna be?
I thought it was going to be at least a good popcorn adventure action flick. Like Independence Day. It's from the same guy. His freaking lightning in a bottle is gone. His spark is gone.
He was allowed to have Independence Day. He was allowed to have one.
He had a few. Roland Emmerich, he had Day After Tomorrow.
Okay, that was decent.
I think he had Godzilla.
My
You're Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you better be defending that one, right?
Well, I mean, if you actually watch Godzilla as an adult, it really isn't that good. You know it's not. It's cheesy.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. He did, those three.
And if you
are
watch Day
big.
After Tomorrow, it's cheesy.
Oh, he did this movie called Midway that's apparently good. White House Down. That one was one that, not actor. What did he do? Director. Let's go to this directing, because his big ones were definitely that. He did a movie called Moon 44 in 1990.
Oh, so he really likes space stuff.
We did Stargate in 94, so yeah, he does. He did The Patriot. That's a great movie.
All right, he's allowed to have 2.
Whoa. You don't like the... Okay, so hold on. So here's
saying The Patriot.
Godzilla, Day After Tomorrow, 10,000 BC, 2012. He did 2012?
Okay, so he really likes Armageddon type stuff.
He did.
Let me guess, he did Armageddon. No, he didn't.
He did.
That was
something
Michael
else.
Bay, wasn't it?
Armageddon?
Yeah.
Did he do 2012? Yeah, it was Michael Bay.
Yeah.
And Jerry Bruckheimer, I believe, they teamed up for that one. Why is my
that's
IMDb weird? Yeah. Anyways, so I'm just saying, like, he's not necessarily been the best lately. I've just been really disappointed in a
He's
lot of
kind
his
of doing
work.
an M. Night Shyamalan thing, you think?
Maybe he'll come back.
Yeah.
Maybe. M. Night Shyamalan's come back a little bit. So, speaking of movies, let's talk about our movie club movie.
Okay.
Return to Oz.
Yeah.
This was your choice.
It was.
And this movie came out in 1990 or 1985. Sorry, let me get this right.
Before we were both born.
Let me get this right. Okay, so this movie stars Fairuza Balk. That's the only name that's still relevant today. But Nicole Williamson is another name, Jean Marsh, and Piper Laurie. So this movie is a sequel, but not a direct sequel, to the classic 1939 film The Wizard of Oz. The story follows Dorothy Gale, who returns to the magical land of Oz 6 months after her previous adventure. However, Oz has changed drastically, now ruled by the Gnome King and the wicked Princess Mombi. Mombi? Mombi. I thought I got that right. Dorothy befriends new companions, including TikTok, spelt the same as the app, a mechanical man, and Jack Pumpkinhead, as she sets out to save Oz from its perilous state. Facing dangerous challenges and encountering familiar and new characters, Dorothy must confront her fears and find her inner strength to restore peace to the land of Oz once again. The film received critical acclaim for its unique visual style and darker tone, but its commercial success was limited at the time of its release.
Mm-hmm.
Its box office, oh boy.
Probably not very good.
So its budget was $28 million in 85. That's pretty big. I mean, the effects were not awful, except for that chicken part was pretty funny. They have a chicken. A chicken!
A chicken!
Sorry, Pixel.
We should go back and record
That is such a funny moment. So if you ever seen the movie, it's on Disney
what is
Plus
it?
as well.
What's bothering
right?
you? What's wrong? She brought a chicken. A chicken!
The face
so...
they gave them.
It was so funny.
So what was with the chicken? Oh, the egg.
The egg
The egg
at the
kills the
end.
gnomes. The egg kills the gnomes. That's the whole
and
thing.
eggs are poisonous.
That's why
to
he
gnomes.
screamed.
I know, but
So I didn't know that. It's just hilarious. It was so
funny.
good. It was so funny. I thought it was it was probably a moment that was supposed to scare most, but I mean, in today's day and age, it'll make you laugh.
It's hilarious.
But back then, it
was
probably made you
good.
jump out of your seat.
Maybe.
Yeah. You don't remember much of this movie. You saw it when you were
I
younger.
saw it when I was extremely young,
Yeah.
and the first time I saw it was on TV.
Okay. So it made 11.1 million.
Ooh, yeah, big
It
flop.
didn't make back its money at all. Myself personally, I enjoyed this film. I was having a good time for most of it. I can go back to 85 and allow myself to be this, but this was
Reminds
a
me
little
a lot
more
of the Labyrinth.
Labyrinth. Exactly. Labyrinth, except it's directed. I like the direction more because it's a little more. It's not as like wide shot as Labyrinth.
Yeah.
It's very close, and you have to use your imagination a little bit more for some things.
Mhm.
That's okay. You can do that.
So can I tell you
TikTok
something?
was great.
I love TikTok.
You couldn't tell the times when he was real or stop motion.
Mhm.
There were times that, I don't know if we watched a remastered version or what we want. Like he looked good.
Mhm.
So what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, do you know how she saw the queen or the princess or something through the mirrors?
Yeah. Who was that?
When she was in her reality versus Oz, and she would see like the princess or the queen
The
of
girl,
Oz or
yeah.
whatever, that was trying to guide her and help her, right? So when I was really little, I was obsessed with looking in mirrors and waiting to see if somebody would show up to pull me through a mirror into Oz because of that.
Okay.
I would go up to mirrors and touch it to see if I could, because at the end she says pull me through, like to bring her back into Oz, because she was stuck in like this mirror world.
Yeah.
And she grabs her through the mirror and pulls her out. And I'm like, oh, so if I were to just like go up to a mirror, maybe it's magical, and touch it and I can go into another world. Like, it made my imagination really like flow when I was younger.
A lot of those movies did that,
I think there's an Alice in Wonderland movie that where that happens as well, where it's through a mirror.
I think it's the show.
I want to say it might have been the show.
The live action show.
Yeah, it was live action.
Yeah.
But it was the same thing where...
I think you're right. I think she goes through an actual body mirror,
She goes through a body mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, you see, that was like directed at our... I was like, wow, mirrors are a big thing.
They were.
There's a world on the other side of a mirror, and I would just like try to go through them.
I gotta say, like, I couldn't... It took me a long, hard minute to really get into this film because it was long. It was a slow start, very slow start. And
it's freaky though, because they're putting her on a gurney and strapping her down and taking her into a mental facility.
From her laying in bed, not sleeping, and them thinking about taking her to that hospital takes way too long. They can cut that down to half.
I mean, I guess
the story doesn't need to be written that much.
I know, but
her and Annie M, they have boring scenes. They don't need them.
I know.
Cut it.
But they set the scene up by, as soon as they shut the door to Dorothy, you go to a cut scene where you hear them going, it's been 6 months since the tornado and she hasn't slept a night and blah blah blah. Like,
yeah. You can do that a little bit quicker.
I know, but they were setting the scene of, this is set so many times later. She's talking about how she went to this magical world, Oz, and met the Tin Man and the Lion and Scarecrow and stuff. And she's just going crazy. We need to figure out a way to help her. And they also did say it's the year, or he said next year will be the year 1900. So it's actually set in 1889.
Which I don't know if that's when the first Wizard of Oz, I think it may be taking place in the later on, like 1900s, like later in it.
I
think it takes place in real time, actually, when it came out. I don't think it took place at before time.
I don't know.
Like, because the only reason why we're saying this, because this is based off of 2 books that are based off of the 2 Oz books, primarily The Marvelous Land of Oz and Ozma of Oz. So that's why it's a different universe. So you're not necessarily getting the same universe you had Dorothy in. And in fact, is that your brother?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
In fact, I lost my train of thought.
The books. What they're based on.
No, it's okay. I'll move on to the next thing. They introduced so many characters, like so many new ones, and I was just like, I didn't accept that for a minute, and then like I had to just be okay with this being not the same original at all. Don't you're defending this movie as if I'm making like being harsh with it. I haven't even touched it yet.
Okay.
It's like this movie's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's just you have to be okay with it not being a direct sequel to the 1939 one. You just have to be okay with that. And that's just, you have to be all right with moving past that. That's what was harder for me, is because I was like, it's harder for me to be okay with this Dorothy being younger, first of all, by like 10 years. So she's definitely like more youthful. She's got a little bit more different childhood. Like this is a different movie entirely when that happens. So it's like, it's not the same as using a Judy Garland level of age, like where she's mid to late teens, as opposed to however young she is in this.
It's also not a musical.
Right. Not at all.
No.
There's no music.
No music.
Which I think I'm better off with, because this is a darker movie.
It
There's
is.
no need for music in a darker movie.
That's
like
what
this.
I really liked about it. It's a darker
Yeah.
version of The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, I was gonna get at the ruby slippers. That's what
Yeah.
I was gonna get at. They are not originally part of this.
Of the book?
No.
Oh.
In order to include the ruby slippers as part of this film, Disney had to pay royalties to MGM, who originally had produced The Wizard of Oz. The ruby slippers did not appear in the original novel, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Well, then how did she get home?
Hold on, I'm reading through this. They were invented for the 1939 film to better take advantage of the newly developed Technicolor process. Interestingly enough, in The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, Dorothy wore a pair of magical silver shoes, which were lost when she would do... Okay, so they're silver.
They
as
were
opposed to
silver,
ruby.
and then Disney made them red.
So,
Okay.
in order to get those slippers in this movie, which they didn't need to...
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
At the very end, that's how she gets back home.
They could have used silver. That's what I'm saying. They didn't have to say red. They didn't, but they wanted to use that continuation of people who are thinking of still a sequel to that Oz.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
I think they would have gotten more backlash if
It was
at the
something
very
else.
beginning when she's like, "Oh yeah, and I clicked my silver slippers together to get home." Everybody in the audience is already trying to accept that
She could have
she's
just said,
younger.
I clicked my slippers together.
I know, but when she's getting interviewed by the psychiatrist, and he goes, "But where are those slippers now?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, they fell off while I was, like traveling back home."
Gotcha.
So I think that they fit in the storyline very well, because that's also how this big rock god, I can't remember what it, does he have a name, the antagonist, the guy that made out of stone, like the Gnome King, that's his name.
Yes, Gnome King.
Gnome King. So he also said, "Thank you so much for the ruby slippers. They are how I got all my powers
He could
to
have said,
control
thank you very much
Oz."
for the slippers. You don't
I'm
have
trying to say the ruby slippers in general are what gave him the powers. They played a very big part in
Right.
giving him he was able to take over the Emerald
on.
City that way.
Hold on.
Because they're powerful.
This is going to destroy your entire line.
What?
In the subsequent novel Ozma of Oz, one of the books in which this film is based, Dorothy and her friends meet the Gnome King, who possesses a magical belt with properties similar to the slippers and silver
belt?
shoes. Early drafts of the script for Return to Oz reflect this, with the Gnome King cutting up the ruby slippers to make his magical ruby belt. So it was going to be a belt to continue on with. They didn't have to continue with it at all. So I'm saying they didn't have to do these royalties if they didn't have to, but they wanted to keep the continuation of the...
When I think of the Wizard
that.
of Oz, I think of Dorothy, I think
Everybody
of the Yellow
does.
Brick Road,
Yes.
and I think of the slippers.
That's why
First
Disney-
three things.
That's why Disney did that. They had their Yellow Brick Road, they had Dorothy, they had the slippers. But they didn't have to. I'm saying.
And I'm trying to tell you, I don't think that the movie would have done nearly as good as it.
It didn't do well at all.
No, I know, but I don't think it would have done any bit better than that or it would have done worse if they wouldn't have included the ruby slippers.
Right.
Because then we're like, well, what the hell are we doing here? What are we talking about?
Right. This is the first film to use the Walt Disney Pictures logo with the rainbow going over the castle.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, interesting fact.
Yep. Gymnast Michael Sundin stood upside down with his legs bent and backwards inside TikTok's body to move the legs.
He does look like somebody that's on their hands, like
Yeah, he's
doing this
wide.
when he's walking.
Those scenes have to be cut short.
Well, yeah. I mean, he only takes about 5 or 6 steps before they cut to another scene.
What's he doing?
He's just looking at things. He's fine.
Originally, the Scarecrow, Tin Man, and the Lion were supposed to have more prominent roles in this film. However, the budget cuts forced their appearances to reduce them to cameos, which you see the Scarecrow in a different form for a short
do.
period of time. This movie marked the feature film debut of Fairuza Balk, who portrayed Dorothy Gale. She was chosen over thousands of girls who auditioned for the role.
I think she looks the part.
She's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can actually kind of see in the end of the film, like, she looks a little tired.
She's in 99.9% of the shots.
Yeah.
So I'd say, yeah, she was in it for the long haul.
Mm-hmm. To achieve the special effects of the film, a combination of traditional puppetry, animatronics, and matte paintings were utilized. This allowed for the creation of imaginative and fantastical creatures such as the Wheelers and Gnome King, which the faces were so hard to make out sometimes, but you kind of use your mind to make it out.
I thought the Wheelers were really scary when I was a kid.
Those guys were messed up. What are they doing? They got wheels on their arms.
That's why
and
they're called Wheelers.
They're so messed up.
I was scared of that, and I was scared of the scene. I was always really scared of the scene where she would walk in and there was all the different heads that the evil like princess or whatever would Mamba or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
She would take her head off and change heads, and then she was like, "I'm gonna."
That was messed up. The entire hall.
I know. I'm gonna lock you up in the tower for a few years till you mature enough, and then I'm gonna chop your head off and wear it. Yeah, that's not scary to a child. What is this rated, by the way?
PG.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even think my 11-year-old nephew could sit through this, to be honest.
It's pretty messed up.
It's a very dark movie. Like, it's almost like a PG-13. Or you have to just have a dark sense of humor and be okay with it.
Dark sense of everything.
Yeah.
This movie received an Academy Award nomination for Best Visual Effects, showcasing the impressive craftsmanship and creativity behind the film's elements. So they got a nomination.
Good. I'm
least.
glad, because the special effects and everything on here, like the whole movie itself is very impressive as far as visually.
Yeah. The many viewers found the film's portrayal of the mental institution and use of electroshock therapy to be disturbing for a family-oriented movie.
Yes.
This contributed to the film's reputation for being darker and more mature than expected. Despite the initial reception, this has been praised for its loyalty to the source material and its imaginative world building. That's why I was okay with it. It felt like it was written well.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like this movie was chopped together.
I can see this being a remake.
And done well.
Like, I can see this. Oh, wouldn't that be great if they made a rated R version of The Wizard of Oz? Like Return to Oz? A rated R version?
There's a lot of royalties that a lot of people are getting these days. Like, we're getting, like, Dark Winnie the Pooh and Dark Pinocchio.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're going to start getting
Winnie the Pooh's fucked up. That's just some... But you don't take something that's, like... never mind.
I think Snow White is one of them that's been like tossed around by so many studios. What's another?
She's asleep 90% of the
Robin
movie.
Hood is going to be coming soon. A dark Robin Hood.
A dark Robin
Just think about that. The property of Robin Hood
did it with what's his face?
Okay,
Kevin Costner.
What? Okay, hold on a second. I'm wrong. Yeah, you're right. Because they also did the same thing with Russell Crowe, and they also did another one with what's his name? They called it Hood or something, or
yeah.
That was so stupid. Anyways, back to this movie.
No, but I can see Wizard of Oz. Like, you could take that. Like, just take this book, like Return to Oz, and redo it right now in 2023.
It's not a book.
I thought you said it was a book.
2 books.
Oh, it's 2 books.
Yeah, I said that at the beginning of this.
Oh, I thought you meant like
it's an adaptation of 2 books.
Oh, okay. I didn't put that.
So my guess is
together.
the first book is she's in Oz for the entirety of it, because this ends with her leaving.
Yeah.
This became a cult classic among fans of the Oz series and those who appreciate darker fantasy films, which I recommend this. I would actually recommend this film. And by reading through this and talking through it with you, it's kind of like this movie has a lot more going for it than you actually expect out of an 85 film.
Like, I watch it now, and when I got out of it, it was, damn, how did I not get nightmares from this? Like, it's actually a very, even as an adult watching it, you're like, whoa, those are some dark images, and like the way that they set things up and how scary it is.
Yeah.
It's like a combination of Labyrinth and Dark Crystal, and like it's got like that kind of a feel to it.
It's very good. The character TikTok, the Mechanical Man, was brought to life using a combination of puppetry and stop-motion animation. His movements were carefully choreographed to create the illusion of a functioning robot, and he did a really good job. The design for the Gnome King was inspired by the artwork of the same person who illustrated the Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass books. So you can kind of see that inspiration.
I liked him. But like when he was in like the cave and more as a person,
he was scary.
He was very scary. But right at the end when he was like, animated, I couldn't get into that.
The transformation of Princess Mombi's heads were using CGI.
Yes, you can see that one, especially when she takes it off and sets it down.
It's a little floaty.
It's a little flowy. You can see it down.
Fairuza Balk performed most of her own stunts in the film. She underwent rigorous training to handle the physical demands of the role, including horseback riding and wire work.
When did she
She's on
ride a
wires.
horse?
I mean, just in general, I don't know if there's something that they cut from the film.
No, there's no horse.
The film score. Oh, we didn't watch any of that stuff. I don't need to go into that. There's not much anything else I really need to say.
Okay, but you've never seen this movie.
I've never
before.
seen this movie, and I
So-
actually recommend it to people who are okay with just let go of this one not being a direct sequel. Just know that Oz exists. It's a fantastical world, and Dorothy's the main character. The chicken is I
Actually,
get a
she's
little
good side character.
I get a little annoyed with it. The
It's
voice.
a kids movie. Also, keep that in mind. It's a kids movie. Kid, quote
Can I
unquote.
critique it? You got to allow people to be negative on their critiques. On
Yeah, but
some
you're also
things.
saying to keep this in mind, and I'm saying we'll keep this in mind. It's also a child's movie.
Right. I'm gonna give this movie a 7.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll agree. It's rewatchable.
On Rotten Tomatoes, critics give it a 56%. Fans give it a 71.
Okay, so we're
So,
right there with the rest of the fans.
Right there with most people, and it's more the fact that I'm more accepting. It did have some. Hey, get off that pixel! Don't be touching the soundboard. It did have its moments where I was like, it drags a little bit, but that's the writing of it being a book as well.
Yeah.
Adaptations in the 80s weren't. They were longer movies. Most adaptations were in general. So my choice for next week, you get a choice of two, and I've not seen either of these, and I've been wanting to see them. I'm trying to go along the lines of more of haven't seen, would be interested in seeing, and they're available to watch. The first one is The Grand Budapest Hotel,
Okay.
and the second is Puss in Boots: The Last Witch.
I mean, I know about.
Let me just read the synopsis of these. So, the Grand Budapest Hotel. In the 1930s, the Grand Budapest Hotel is a popular European ski resort presided over by concierge Gustav H., or Ray Fiennes. Zero, a junior lobby boy, becomes Gustav's friend and protege. Gustav prides himself on providing first-class service to the hotel's guests, including satisfying the sexual needs of the many elderly women who stay there.
What?
When one of Gustav's lovers dies mysteriously, Gustav finds himself the recipient of a priceless painting and the chief suspect in her murder. Directed by Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's this rated?
Oh, I clicked out of it. Let me go back to it. I think it's rated R. Yes, came out in 2014.
I want to watch. I want to watch that.
You want to watch that?
But I think you and I are still gonna watch Puss in Boots. To be
eventually.
honest. Yeah.
I've been wanting to watch it forever, and it's the third one of his, I believe, right? And I haven't seen any of the Puss in Boots movies, but I hear this one is really good. So.
Well, the preview or the trailer you showed me actually looked really interesting.
Yeah. So
but I want to watch what's it called again?
The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Okay. When was this made?
2014. And it's very successful on Rotten Tomatoes. 92 critics, 86 fans. I've been wanting to see a Wes Anderson film for a while. I think Edward Norton's in it too.
We've got a comment from Jiff.
Oh, what do you say?
I will start this Friday. I'm watching all of the Indiana Jones films. I want to catch up on them and be ready for Dial of Destiny on June 30th because there's 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So if he watches one each Friday,
yeah,
then he'll be ready for Dial of Destiny.
Holy cow! You will not believe who's in this movie.
Nope. Who?
All right, I'm gonna start listing. So we got Ray Fiennes, who played Voldemort. You know who he is.
I know who he is.
I don't know this guy's name. F. Murray Abraham. You will recognize him when we see him. But it has Adrian Brody, Willem Dafoe, Jeff Goldblum, Jude Law, Harvey Keitel, Bill Murray, Edward Norton, Jason Schwartzman, Tilda Swinton, Tom Wilkinson, Owen Wilson.
Dang, really? This is like a very star-studded cast.
Yeah. This
Interesting.
there's a lot. Yeah, we're gonna watch this movie.
Okay. Where's Pixel?
I don't know.
Oh, Pixel.
Disappeared somewhere
Pixel,
off
come here.
the face of the earth.
Come here.
He's
Go lay down
gone.
with your sister. Go.
He gone.
Go on. Go get Snickers. Go on.
So
Go on. Go lay down.
I'm deleting the.
Go on.
There we go.
Go on.
Moving on. John Madden is getting a movie in production. We were talking about this earlier with Brett a little bit. He did mention it. Will
Okay.
Ferrell is going to play.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, I don't know much about John. Okay, I know, like, the average person things about John Madden, but I do not think Will Ferrell is.
Everyone's like Frank Caliendo because
Yeah.
he's an impressionist, and but
Mhm.
I don't think he's a good actor. Who knows, really?
I just Will Ferrell, really? Like,
You never
out of
know.
everybody, I know.
Heath Ledger and the Joker.
I know.
Robert Pattinson and
As
Batman.
Batman, I know. There's a reason.
Ferrell is reportedly circling the role of Madden himself as he transitions from sports commentator to runaway video game success story. This movie recounts how Madden helped co-create EA, Madden NFL series, which has since become one of the world's most profitable video game franchises. As of 2013, the Madden NFL franchise has grossed over $4 billion in sales. So it's almost like one of those video game movies that just needs to come out.
Yeah.
Everyone's coming out with all these like crazy movies, like the Flamin' Hot movie. We got the Blackberry movie. We got Tetris. I mean, it all is getting weird. Tetris might be interesting though, because that has the one where you actually see the Game Boy.
They're
Where-
making Tetris?
It already came. I think it already came out.
Well, how do you make Tetris into a movie?
Let me look up.
Is it like a documentary
It's how they came up.
with Tetris?
Yeah, it has your your boy in it.
Which one? Pedro?
Taron Egerton.
Who the heck is
As
that?
soon as I show you, I'm like, oh yeah, him.
Yeah, right.
He's like one of the suave
What's he from?
Kingsmen.
Oh. I
Yeah,
mean,
he's
alright
missing the
looking.
glasses.
Yeah, he's alright looking.
Oh, I thought you were all into him because of Kingsman, the Secret Service. You like that movie?
Yeah, he's good looking.
If you save the world, we can do it in the asshole.
Right? No, that's fine.
No, he's started.
I'm going through phases right now. I'm in a Pedro phase right now.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
That's weird. Like I don't
Why is
get
that
it. I don't
weird?
get it. I don't get
Yeah,
it.
he's
I don't
a
get
suave-looking guy.
it. He's old.
He is not that old.
How old is he? How old do you think he is? Let me look-
47.
Did you look him up before?
Nope. I'm gonna say 47.
You think he's 47?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw my phone.
Is
He's
he-
48.
He's 48.
Yeah.
Really? See, he's not old.
You're turning red.
He's cute.
Do I have a zoom in?
No, don't.
I kind of do.
No, he's a little cute. He's not old. 47's not old.
That's a big zoom.
I'd say like what I consider old would be like in your 70s.
Right. No, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. No.
My grandpa is going to be 85 this year.
I think one of my grandparents is going to be 80.
Yeah.
We've got Warren is like in his 90s, I think.
Anyways, moving on from there. The Little Mermaid opened this weekend. We need to talk about that a little bit. It's getting okay-ish. It's 117 million domestic. It's underperforming globally at 185.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the budget here. So $250 million budget. Let's talk about that first.
Oh, correction. My grandpa's 88. I knew he was getting up to close to 90.
Ah, there you go. $250 million budget for The Little Mermaid. $150 million in marketing. All there. Like, just think about that on its own. That's $400 million right there on this movie.
Mhm.
This movie has to make $800 million to make its money back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, look at what Mario did in 1 month.
Yeah, but it within a weekend it blew the box office.
I know, but you're comparing.
Parts.
I am also comparing.
Hold
Mario
on, are we
to-
comparing Little Mermaid to Mario? Because we can.
I know, but I'm saying that you can't.
Okay. What can you compare this to? The other live action movies? Because
Yeah,
I'll tell you those.
That's really the only thing you can compare it to. It's probably doing, my
l-
guess, better than.
No, Lion King opened at 191 million.
Okay. That's surprising, actually.
Beauty and the Beast opened at 174 million.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
People are claiming this is post-COVID. I'm not going to claim that. I'm going to claim people don't want to see this live-action remake.
Why would people be claiming post-COVID?
That's what the
COVID's
article
gone.
I read. That's what the article I read.
What?
Saying
COVID's
that.
gone.
I know.
Well, it's not gone.
The
but,
article I
like,
read said that they're blaming the COVID
if anything, you
back
should
to
see
theater situation.
No, if anything, you should see a skyrocket.
There's
in
a big
theaters.
spike in people going to the theater.
Yeah, because people are out of their houses now. They said, "Woohoo!"
It's actually it's insane how much people.
It's not
we
COVID
saw.
anymore. Get your ass
But
outside.
when we saw that audience, what were we seeing? Mario.
Mario.
Yeah, everyone was out to see that movie.
Yeah, everybody. It's been a while since we've been to a sold-out show in a theater.
That was fun. That was
clapping and entertainment. All
That
like,
was such a
like,
great
it was
time.
such a good time.
So I'm just saying, like, these live-action remakes aren't necessarily doing Disney any justice, and if this flops, it's something else. Speaking of flops, I'm gonna try to pull this up here actually and see if I can. I need to show this on screen. It's gonna take me a second. The Sony just released something recently. It's a concept here.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I can get this while I'm this far away. Trying to read a small screen. Sorry. Is this the image? Yeah, that's the image.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
It's a Switch.
It's
PlayStation.
not a Switch.
It's a Switch for the PlayStation.
What this is, let's like
a handheld PlayStation.
It's a Wii U.
Okay.
This is called Project Q.
Why is it not a Switch and why is it a Wii U instead? Well, the Wii U sucked.
It allows players to use Sony's remote play system to stream PS5 games from their PS5 to this device over Wi-Fi. It's a Wii U.
Yeah, never mind. I guess it is. Well, you can do that with the Switch, can't you?
The Switch is entirely
It's its
mobile.
own thing?
It's its own thing. You undock that bitch, it's on its own. You undock that Switch bitch, you done.
The Switch bitch. Okay, so this is a Wii U.
It is not a true handheld console or a cloud gaming device.
It's not mobile in any way other than just taking it off the dock and playing it in your hands.
So you have to have a PS5 console.
Oh, well, that's stupid. Why would they put the money in that when they see the Wii U failed?
I don't know. It's weird, right? It's
wow,
weird.
PlayStation, that's an F.
So they unveiled this.
It honestly looks horrible. Like the design looks.
Okay, first
horrible.
of all, you weren't saying that until I told you what it was. Like, we're gonna zoom in on the.
You didn't give me a chance to
Okay.
ask me about it. It looks like you took two uncomfortable controllers and stuck it on the side of an Amazon Fire or whatever.
Kindle Fire.
A Kindle Fire, whatever
Yeah,
it is.
Doesn't it though?
Yeah,
it does.
It looks really bad.
I don't know anything about the specs on this. The article that I went through from Polygon, they said Project Q is designed to give access to PS5 games within the house or when away from the TV, making it useful for scenarios like staying with family or vacationing. Kind of. What if somebody else is using? I mean, I don't know. Let me read on this, see if there's more. Sony's Remote Play has been a feature that's been available since 2006 and has expanded to various devices. Like, you can do it on your phone.
Is this available now?
No, this will be
No.
available in the fall. This is just a concept.
What is the price? Have they listed the price?
Let me see if that's on there in this.
$600. My guess.
Everything about them is around that price. It seems like because their VR is that price. I think
So I'm gonna say 6.
that's really
A handheld in your hand.
I'll say 3.
I'm gonna say 6.
That's a little much. Their VR 6. That has to be 3.
5.
This thing isn't even running on its own.
It's handheld, and it's got a screen
That doesn't matter.
that might be super
The
clear.
Switch is less than 300.
Yeah, but look at what
To compete with the Switch,
but when
this thing
when the
has to be
Xbox, when the newer Xboxes and the PS, whatever they're on now, 5 came out, PS5 still sold more.
That's a console.
And
This
it's-
is not a
I know,
console.
but I'm trying to say, like, it didn't matter that it cost more.
This is essentially a tablet with wings.
Yeah, it's a tablet with wings. Good job. That's exactly what it is. Why not just like get a tablet and hook a controller up
That's
wirelessly?
what the Switch is.
It's going to be way more. It's going to be easier. Do these things come off the screen like the Switch? Or are they completely connected and you have to play like this? Because I do not prefer to play the Switch like that. I like playing the Switch like with the controllers off.
I think it's a dedicated device, so I'm going to say it's connected.
Yeah,
because it says right here, Project Q offers the convenience of a handheld console with the comfort of a dedicated device, providing seamless remote play and DualSense features. So yes, it's its own thing. You can't remove those. However, it duplicates the functionality of other devices that can already perform remote play.
Have you ever like just held? Do you remember the Wii U? Like,
yeah. That thing was thick,
yeah,
boy.
Like, this is what you gotta do.
It's like
and that's what it looks like you gotta do here. But except you have to. Looks like you have to reach your thumbs in to control the sticks.
Well, it's like holding two sides of an Xbox remote, you know.
Yeah, but that's like this, and the Xbox remote is the best ergonomic remote in the world.
I mean, we always said that if they put a tablet with controllers on each side, it would be fine to play on. Like if you were holding a thing like this, it's fine. You do already with the Switch. You kind of got to give it a little bit of leeway. You can't hate on
And I'm not saying the
thing.
Switch is comfortable to hold.
It's not.
It's very uncomfortable.
It really is. That's what's even worse. It's also
Why
not
are you not learning, PlayStation?
Why you do this?
I think it is stupid.
We
need Brett on here to weigh in on his on this conversation. Give us his opinion.
Overall, this project offers a niche solution for making remote play more accessible, is what I'm hearing.
It's not a solution. It's a way to just try to get a little bit more money, but they're probably going to end up in the tank because no one's going to buy it.
Right. I agree.
Or it'll end up just being a Black Friday sale.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if this is really bad news, actually. This isn't awful, but it's bad for content creation. A Call of Duty content creator is getting slammed for trying to... He's receiving backlash for attempting to create a LAN lobby in a children's hospital to get easy sniping clips. I can't say it any different.
What?
So...
Yeah, you need to, because I don't...
So, the content creator proposed using Xboxes donated to the hospital,
okay,
deleting other games,
okay,
and tricking the children into becoming friends and hosting a massive LAN, and he was going to make clips off of it. This is real life.
Why?
Well, I mean, they've criticized the idea, calling it wrong and urging the creator to focus on something other than that, you know?
Yeah. That's
really bad. Some doubted the authenticity of the proposal, considering it as trolling.
Yes.
But in response, people organized a charity event to support hospitals and donate towards the care of terminally ill children. So this sparked actually a good thing. But all in all, don't come up with those ideas, guys.
That was very poor on their part.
If anything, I would love to play like Mario Party events.
Yeah, why not do something like that?
That sounds fun. That sounds really fun. But the thing is, like, how do you start an organization like that? Or, you know, you and I can definitely... I don't know how many Twitch streamers are in Fort Wayne. And I don't know how you would actually reach out to them that way, but if you could get something together...
Honestly, if we just kind of...
That'd be cool. Right?
I mean, I've only met one.
Yeah. I was there.
I know. The dude was a bit drunk.
I don't know if he spoke English. Like, as far as, like, that might have been his slurring was his original language. English was his second language.
Pretty much. As soon as he heard the word Twitch and I told him I was on Twitch, he was like, "Oh, let me get your gamer tag."
Everybody does this. Like, I've been thinking about doing it. Well,
yeah, and then, you know, I told him what my gamer, like, or what my Twitch tag was, and he couldn't type it into his phone.
You have, okay, let me count. 1, 2 different consonants. 2. and 3 vowels.
It's not that difficult.
A K,
But
a
he
T,
also had
a
his
U,
thumb
E, and
like
I.
up to his face, like he
Oh
was
my
very
God.
drunk.
Oh my God.
It's okay. I said, just give me your phone and I'll type it in.
Just give him a business card next time. Make him
I
scan
did.
it. Did you?
I gave him a business card for our podcast and mine.
Oh.
And I put I had him like follow me on Twitch.
Got a couple of other items to touch on here. How long have we been going? Are we hitting time here soon? We're at close to. One item I want to touch on is the rudest states in America has come out.
Rudest?
Rudest.
All right. So Chicago?
That would be Illinois.
Oh, states.
Actually,
you know.
Illinois is not in the top 10.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me think. Out of all of the states that we've been to, what is the rudest?
All the states we've been to?
Yeah, rudest.
If you want
We've
to talk
been to
about
a lot of the nicest ones.
We have.
I don't know. I mean, Indiana can be up there as far as rude.
Indiana is 33rd.
Oh, okay. So we're
I guess California's in the top 10. So
it is?
Yeah.
Well, we got to at least see the nice part of LA.
Iowa is number 4.
As far as rude?
Yeah.
Iowa?
Okay. Let me tell you
Really?
what the premise is on these. On customers, customer service, and drivers.
Really?
Think about customers. Think of how bad customers are in some of the Midwest. They can be pretty bad.
I don't know. Whenever we drive through Iowa, other than it just being a boring ass state to drive through, I've never had any issues in Iowa.
Let me see when this article came out. This came out from the Delight, and it doesn't have a time when this actually came out. So Minnesota was number 50. Colorado, 44.
I agree with both.
So the next 3 are in a row, 35, 34, and 33. Nebraska, Kansas, Indiana. We're right in the freaking middle. Again, just right in the middle. What did I miss? Missouri is 37. Those are like states that Alex and I are familiar with. Florida is 27.
Okay. All right. You're getting to the stingy people. Yeah.
South Dakota is 20th.
Nah.
Yeah. Think about drivers, though.
I guess. All right. Yeah.
They're not that wild, but they'll pass you, but they're not awful drivers. So here's the top 10.
Okay.
Number 10 is Idaho.
Never been.
We've never been there.
Never been to Idaho.
No. Number 9 is California.
We've never seen the bad parts of California, but we hear not so good things.
We were in the good-ish
We were in the gooder areas.
The gooder areas. Rhode Island is number 8.
Been.
Yeah, no, never been. Massachusetts, number 7.
Never been.
That's Boston. Yeah, you have.
Boston.
Yes, you have.
I've never been to Boston.
Yes, you have.
When?
When you went on your DC trip, did you ever go north? Did you go straight to Virginia? Like, we went to Civil War sites.
I mean, I don't.
So we hit Pennsylvania and Massachusetts, and so I've been there.
Like, we went to DC.
But I was 13, 14 years
I know,
old.
but
I'm not.
we went to
actually,
DC.
15. Yeah, but the DC trip, you can go different routes around. I don't know if you went straight to DC, if you went like through other areas.
I don't remember where we stayed technically.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Number 6 is Utah, which I hear.
I have heard not so nice.
I hear
things
there's some people who can be pretty
about Utah.
set in their ways.
All right, Utah, you gotta get yourself in check.
Number 5 is Alaska.
Why?
Is
it just because it's cold and dark all the time?
People are rude up there. They don't want.
I'd be upset too if I lived in a cold, dark place.
4 is Iowa, as I said before.
Okay.
3 is Washington State. We're getting to the top 3 here. This is where you're starting to see it.
Washington State. Never been there, but it's cold and rainy. So again, that's probably why we're upset.
Yeah. Can you guess any of the top 2?
Maine.
Maine is not, but it was in the top 15, I believe.
Okay, hold on. It's not Vermont because I've heard good things about Vermont.
No.
Vermont's like supposed to be really good. Let me think here.
Yeah.
Rude. Georgia?
Mm-mm.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me go back to us talking about Snooki. So let's do New Jersey.
Jersey was not in the top 10.
Really? Okay, then I don't know.
Virginia.
Oh, okay. I was
is 2.
close.
Number 1 is New York.
Oh, of course. Your
Yeah.
mother's ass.
Your mother's ass.
It's from a TikTok that we were watching.
I love that. What were
From
we
some-
watching? It was like,
it was some New Yorkers
when you
fighting.
turn the light off, she called it shutting the lights.
Is that what she
Closing
called
the
it?
lights. Closing the lights.
Closing the lights.
Because you're actually
She-
closing the circuit.
Yes,
if
she
you're really
said,
being
would you
brutally
close
honest.
the lights?
And
And he's like,
she
you
was,
mean shut the light off?
and
She said,
and she was gonna shut the door, and he's like, "You gonna
you're gonna
shut?
shut.
What did he say?
I don't
You're gonna."
remember.
He said something rude where it was like a completely flip of it, like you're gonna turn it off. You're gonna turn off the door or something like that. And she's like, "Your
Yep.
mother's ass."
Your mother's ass.
Don't fight with a New Yorker or something like that. With
She had a
the
very,
lingo.
very strong accent.
Oh, it was funny, and I didn't know that. I
was.
didn't know those. It was.
I was like,
didn't
wow,
know
people
that
actually do
that
talk like
thick,
that?
That thick too. Yeah.
New York, okay.
So we're both taco fans. Everybody in the world
I
loves
love
tacos,
me
right?
tacos.
Did you hear about this lawsuit that Taco Bell is trying to get Taco Tuesday from Taco John's?
No.
So Taco Bell has filed a legal petition with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office to cancel Taco John's registration of Taco Tuesday.
Why? Because they want it.
Taco John's has held the Taco Tuesday registration in 49 states and has used it in marketing since the 1980s. Taco Bell is not seeking damages or trademark rights, but wants all restaurants and vendors to be a free use of the term, which has been trademarked since 1989.
Oh.
It's kind of crazy that just now Taco Bell is going after Taco Tuesday.
Well, they have the money.
Taco John's responded by rolling out a special Taco Tuesday deal for the rest of May.
Amazing.
Emphasizing that Taco Tuesday is best celebrated at their restaurants.
They basically said, want to fight?
What up, bitch? Want to fight? I swear to God, I'm gonna do Taco Tuesdays every Tuesday now, and I'm gonna make a really good deal. Taco John's CEO referred to Taco Bell as a big bad bully and expressed gratitude to Taco Bell for reminding everyone that to celebrate Taco Tuesday at Taco John's.
That's hilarious. Love it.
Overall, Taco Bell is seeking to cancel Taco Tuesday trademark registrations held by Taco John's, arguing that the term should be free for all use.
Oh my God. They're like, well, if we can't have it, then everybody should have it.
Taco John's responded by highlighting its own celebration, and the rest is history.
And
so
the rest
we'll see.
is history.
We'll see how the rest of this goes. with
Taco John
John's.
says, can't touch this. It's mine.
So the actual phrase for Taco John's, which you've had Taco
I
John's.
have. It's really good.
Potato Lays can't.
Oh, man.
They are the best. What are they? They're tater tots.
They're
essentially.
tater tots, but they taste better than tater
They
tots.
are freaking amazing. If you ever have an opportunity, which I think there's Taco John's in Wichita.
Is there? Well, I mean, we're in that area, and so we usually get Taco John's in South Dakota, so I wouldn't doubt it if there's a Taco John's over
we also
there.
get it in Missouri. Taco John's. There's one in Huntington, Indiana, so we got one close to us.
Oh,
Taco John's.
just look up
Ooh,
Taco John's, Kansas.
Wichita. Oh, there was one, but it was permanently closed.
Oh, bought out by a Taco Bell.
Nobody wants that garbage. Okay. I'm not even gonna look right now. We'll look later. But if they have a Taco John's nearby, we should definitely check it out. Patrick needs to check it out if he hasn't. That's a really good tacos place. You had a conversation topic to bring up, didn't you?
Kinda. It can actually definitely be saved as a fan question, to be
wanna
honest.
save it?
I think so.
Okay.
Because I think we can get some amazing stories out of it.
It's kind of like, wasn't it? I don't know.
Actually, you know what? Just so we can get it rolling in people's heads, and you can start. I'll just go ahead and say what it is, and we'll just save the answers and the discussion for the next show. But I saw this question pass by, and I was like, we can talk about that. You know how last week we were talking about AI?
Yes, we were.
So there was a question posted.
Mm-hmm.
More like something that's actually going on in the world. I gotta take a sip of water first.
Yeah, you're dying of thirst over here.
No, I just have like a tickle in my throat. Okay.
It's a little tickle.
So, Japan. Right now, this is happening in Japan. They are using AI to digitally resurrect dead people for one more conversation with their family members. Excuse me.
Are you going to ask who you would resurrect, or are you going to ask, would you do it? I mean, I think...
The question really is it something you'd want to happen with your loved ones who has passed? And would you want to do it for yourself as well? Like, set that up for your family members to have a conversation with you.
How would they set up a conversation, though, knowing what... Like, how would they know what you know?
I don't know. It's AI. So this is probably like first steps of, how you're digitally taking.
I hope they're not taking that stuff off of, like, social media and stuff, because not everybody represents themselves on
I mean, I could do some research into it and see how they're actually getting it to have a conversation.
Yeah.
So I guess question would be, it's kind of a multiple question thing.
Right.
Do you think this is right? Is it something that
morality
you would want to do yourself?
is almost out the window with most things in the future.
Is it something you would do with a member of your family that has passed? Would you do it just to have one more conversation? And would you set it up for yourself, for your future family, or your just anybody that would want to have one more conversation with you? Would you set that up for yourself, like in your will?
Yeah. Gotcha.
So, but I figured it would make more of a better conversation to involve answers from other people.
I agree.
So there you go. You can message that on Facebook, on Instagram,
we'll have
on
a question out
Gmail. Too. You can even phone in, guys. You can phone in. If you did not know that already, we have a phone number, and you can leave us a voicemail.
Yeah, our number is 224-225-5780. Not even gonna say what it is anymore, because whatever. That's the number. Just go for it. 224-225-5780. Call us. Leave us a voicemail. I think we actually have one I need to pull up.
Do we have a voicemail?
Uh-huh.
Speaking of voicemails.
I think we have one. It might actually be, like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what this is.
Did you
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
It's me, the Terminator. I'm telling you, put down the AI. Skynet is coming. It is not good for you people to have the AI. No, get down. Put down the AI. Oh, babe.
Oh, babe. I love it. That's awesome. Thank you, Patrick.
That's awesome. Appreciate it.
Speaking of AI, that was perfect.
Yeah, I've been using it in my job, and actually for my mom's most recent request of, photo edits and stuff. It's been fun to use, but it's not 100%. I'm telling you, you can get some weird generators. Mm-hmm. It'll generate some weird stuff. I'm not saying like it's gonna do,
It's just gonna fill your image with dicks.
It's not actually gonna do that. It doesn't even prompt that. It won't even let you.
We tried.
We didn't have to let them know that.
No.
We could have left that as a mystery. You'd have to say we tried.
No, not dicks. We put wieners. And honestly, we did one filter, one generation with dachshunds, and it put some kind of weird.
You said pink dachshunds.
I said pink dachshunds, and it actually
did
make like it looked like hot dogs, but very phallic.
Yeah, phallic. Yeah, that's not even.
It didn't look right at all. It looked really gross.
It looked like intestines, brains, or
it
whatever
did.
else
It
you
was
want
really
to
gross.
put in your mind there.
Like pink dachshunds. You got that one wrong, AI.
Yeah. By the way, for our merch, we still have 2 days left on our shipping. As far as free shipping for our code, it's 70 years for our 70-year anniversary at the end of this month, which is May 31st. At time of recording is tomorrow, and at time of audio is today. So, we will be having a summer collection coming out soon. I had an additional what's the word I'm looking for?
Project.
I had a project, yeah. I had another project for a local company to do. So I was actually tied up on that, and it actually backed up a lot of my future things I wanted to do. But I'll get to it eventually, and this weekend's gonna mess it up again because we're gonna be gone. So
we're going on a what? What's it called?
Travelcation.
We're going on a travelcation.
We're going on that travelcation, yo. Travelcation 2023. Because we had that staycation last month.
Yeah, now we get to go on a travelcation.
Alex, why don't you go ahead and plug your Twitch?
Yeah, if you'd like to watch me game, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTEKITTI. All right, now I stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings, but not this weekend because we're going to be on our travelcation.
Travelcation! We've been saying that the entire time. Travelcation!
Yes.
Woo-woo!
So the following weekend, I will be on.
What are you playing?
I've been playing Fortnite and Dead Island 2.
Yeah, those are the bees.
I'd really like to get back into Destiny. You can fish now.
What?
Yep.
In Destiny?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if that's even...
Oh, yeah. It looks really awesome, actually.
Do they have a pond on the tower?
They do.
Oh,
I don't know. It's like I'll show you afterwards. They posted it on their site.
Okay. As far as my stream goes, it's twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MASTERL. You can find me streaming normally Wednesday and Thursday evening and Saturday morning. I don't know if I'm streaming this week. You'll have to follow me on social media. And you can also follow me on Twitter and follow our Discord as well. And we'll have announcements on there whether or not we're streaming and stuff. So make sure you're checking that out. The only reason is because we're going to be doing a lot of packing. We got to get a lot of the house prep for leaving. We have to make sure we have everything tidied up for when we come back, so we don't have to do it when we get back. We're doing a lot of spring cleaning and stuff too. So you definitely did a lot of work yesterday, which is amazing. So good kudos.
Almost
to you.
done.
Yeah, almost done. Oh, thought you were done.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Make sure you guys are following our social media for the podcast. It's PTOUnlimited on Facebook, PTOUnlimited_podcast on Instagram, and at PTOUnlimited on Twitter. There you'll find us all of our notifications as far as when we go live, and it's normally every Tuesday at 7 p.m., but we've been kind of all over the place.
This summer is just going to be all over the place with traveling and vacations travelcations.
Travelcations. Yeah. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well and hitting the bell to be notified when we're live. So that way you know that if we're going to be live, you're there. You're there and you get to chat with us.
We will not be live next week.
No, for sure.
For sure. Oh, show.
If you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @_Mr. L.
And cute_kitty.
As a final note, just want to say congratulations to Brig. Pre-congrats. And we are really excited to see everybody that is in our squad that we chat with every week. It's unfortunate that Rick will not be able to join us. He's got family to see. He's got family. We're seeing second family.
We are.
We've had one, yes. What about second family? We're traveling with Quentin and his wife. They're in their van, so I'm really excited. I love road trips. Road trips are fun. And then we get to see everybody for a few days and then come back. So it's gonna be a good time.
I'm excited.
We'll catch you guys in the next
episode.
We're gonna meet Brian. He's not even real.
Oh, Brian's not real. That's
He's not
right.
real.
We're gonna go see if Brian's real.
I'm guessing. Maybe.
What percentage do you think?
He's like 55% real.
55?
Yeah.
I was gonna say like 49.
Whoa.
I was gonna say 49% real.
Put that together.
I'll believe it when I can see it.
Put that together, we're at 104, big. I don't even know what that means.
Brian's not even real. Brian doesn't even know he's real.
Okay, we'll catch you guys. Catch you guys later. Thank you very much for joining us. Bye, guys.